Hello everyone, in this tutorial we will see how to build voice calling app in Flutter. So let us see the demonstration first. Now we have two devices. Now in our first device, let us give a username as Naveed and call ID as 123 and press on start call. Now in our second device, give username as Aman and call ID as 123 and press on start call. Now our calling has been started successfully, as you can see. Now let us see how we can build this. Hello everyone, I have already created a project voice call app with the help of Flutter create command. Now in this project we have a scaffold widget, and basically this is the output of the application. So we will use ZegoCloud voice call API. So for this, open the Google Chrome and type ZegoCloud. Follow the first link. Now let me introduce you to the ZegoCloud. Well, ZegoCloud is a global communication service which provide various type of API. We can also use SDK as well for voice call and for live streaming and AI effect as well. So to use their service, first of all we need to do the sign up. So in the sign up we need to give the basic details just like first name, last name, country, then work email. Now after this we need to accept the term and condition from the ZegoCloud. Now after successful registration we will get the 10,000 free minute. So after successful registration we will see this type of dashboard here. So let us create our project. Now we can choose many SDKs as well. So for our project is for voice call, so let us choose voice call and click on next. Now we need to give the project name, which is voice call. Now we can integrate our project in two ways. We can choose the UI kit, we can choose the SDK as well. So if you want the SDK you can go for it, but for this project we will use UI kits. So just click on it. Now our project is creating. Now our project has been built successfully, so click on start building your app. Now we will use for Flutter, so just click on it. Now we can use call invitation and standard face beautification as well. We can also use the group call as well. So now click on it, save and start to integrate. Now after this we will get the app ID and app sign. So now go to your project and just create a new file which is constant dot. Now in this file create a string type of variable which is app sign, and second one will be the int type variable which is app ID. Now just copy the app ID and app sign and paste it here. I have pasted the app sign and app ID in constant dot. Now click on quick start button. So basically this is the documentation from the ZegoCloud. With the help of this documentation we can integrate the voice call API in our project. So firstly we need to add ZegoCloud pre-built call as a dependency. So just copy this and create a new terminal and paste this Flutter build Zego UI pre-built call and press enter. Now package has been imported. So now we need to follow this documentation as well. So basically this is the import statements and this is the UI kit. Now we need to go for the configuration first. So firstly we will do the Android configuration, and later on we will move to the iOS configuration. So in the Android configuration we need to go to the Android app, then build.gradle. Now in the build.gradle we will see this dependency. Now by default we have the JDK as 8. If you don't have the JDK 8 you can paste this. Now we need to set the minimum SDK version and compile SDK version to 33. So now move to the Android, then app, then here build.gradle. Now in this I have already set the minimum SDK version to 21 and my compile SDK version is 35. Now after this, go to the permission section and just copy these permissions and go to the Android app, then src. Now in the src, then main. Now in the main we have Android manifest.xml file. Just open it. I have already put these permissions. Now we need to set this code obfuscations. Now in our Android app folder, we need to create this file which is proguard-rules.pro. Now in our Android, in the app, we need to create a new file which is proguard-rules.pro. Now just copy this and paste it here. Now in step 2, we need to copy this and paste it here, which is Android app build.gradle. Now let us move on to the Android app, then build.gradle. Now basically we are using the updated version which is build.gradle.kts. So for this we need to copy this instead. And just below the release, we need to paste this. Basically this is the syntax which is used in KTS file. Now our configuration part has been done. We can test our application as well. So just stop this current application and press on run again. Now our application built successfully, as you can see. Now let us create the user interface of our application. So now let us create a new file which is login.dart. Now let us create a stateful widget here which is login. Now in the login we have a scaffold widget. Now in the scaffold widget give body. Now in the body give column widget. Now in the column we have children's. Now in the children give text field. Now in the text field we need to give the controller. Now we need to create a controller. So let us create a new controller for username which is text editing controller username. Text editing controller. Now we need to pass this username here. Now let us try to give the decoration as well. Now in the decoration give input decoration. Now in the input decoration we have hint text which is enter your username. Now just copy this text field. Now we need to create another controller which is for call ID. Now just pass here. Now we need an elevated button as well. Now in the child of elevated button just give a text widget. Now in the text widget just give a text as start call. Now in the main just give the login page. Now let us see the result. Now we have this output. Now use main axis alignment. Main axis alignment dot center. Now we have this output. Now give padding. So just wrap this text field with padding. Now in the padding give edge insects dot symmetric. Now in the symmetric give horizontal padding, which is 10. Just pass here call ID. Now we have this output. Now just give some space here. Now we have this output. Now if a user press on start call, we need to navigate to the call page as well. So let us create a new file which is call page dot dart. Now let us create a stateful widget here which is call page. Now in the call page we need to return the UI kit from the ZegoCloud, which is this, or we can also copy this and paste it here. Now we need to copy the import statement as well, which is this. Now we need to pass the app ID and app sign. Now we have these values in our constant file, so just use from there, which is app ID, and for app sign we have app sign. Now our call page is ready. Now let us hot reload the app. Now in our login page, just change the hint text as enter your call ID. Now if a user press on start call, we need to send the call ID and username to the call page. So let us create a required variable in the call page, which is, now we have already have the call ID, which is required variable. So now let us create a new variable, which is a string username, and make this variable required as well. Required this dot username, and we need to pass this username here. Now for the user ID we will use a random function, which is random. Now we will convert this random to toString. Now this will generate the random values. Now if you want to generate random values between the variables, you can use 1000 here. Now in the login page we need to navigate to the call page as well, so we will use navigator dot push. Now in the root we will use material dot page root. Now in the builder give context. Now give call page. Now in the call page we need to give the call ID and username as well. Now for the call ID we can use call ID controller that we have created earlier. So then call ID dot text. Now for the username we can use username controller dot text. Now let us hot reload the app. Now let us try to give the username as Naveed786 and call ID as 123. Now press on start call. Now we need to give the permission as well.